stay still. It's everything you need to know to make effective mind maps. 2 days left for my histology exam. So this means that today we are locking in. My favorite mug, I bought it at the Science Museum in London. And come on, it's gorgeous. So I have 2 days left for my histology exam. This means that today we are locking in. The program is to make the last mind maps as I revise. So without looking at any notes or books, I just want to make my maps, see some flashcards, call my friend to revise together, and I will go on with my genetics notes because I also have a genetics exam in 2 weeks, but it's so much material that I have to revise also today. We need a very high level of discipline today to get through this day, so I think it will be a very productive vlog. I love my smoothie. Oh my god, it's so good. I put like plums, strawberry, raspberry, and then half banana, almond milk, and protein powder. So I've been making the following maps in the past 2 hours, and I think they look pretty amazing, and honestly I'm very proud of it. This one, this one, and this one. But anyway, if you are in med school like me, or you're taking biology, chemistry, and so on, every time I take an exam, I actually like close my eyes and see my maps. I'm not kidding. Like I definitely like can see my maps, because when you are like active recalling and you're, you know, trying to explain the process out loud, it can be very difficult if you don't have like anything with you, that you have just your notes or you have the material or your book. It's kind of, you know, cheating, because you are actually just, you know, seeing everything and you're not really active recalling. On the other hand, making flashcards, as much as I love making flashcards, it can be very time consuming. And when you do flashcards, let's say you are active recalling with flashcards, you cannot actually see the whole process, right? Because like sometimes, like most of the time when you are revising flashcards, especially with the apps, they come like in a random way, which is useful for like to a certain extent. Let's say you are studying anatomy, for example, that's the way to go. But if you are studying a process like a biological pathway or something in biology, having it like completely random, it doesn't make any sense. Like you're not supposed to know things without any context. I will show you after my study session, because now I have to go back to study, how to make effective mind maps, as this one you can see here, or this one with some like nice drawing, etc. As credential, as always, I use the fact that I am scoring the highest grade in my course, so I think that this method does work. Anyway, I will go back to study. Change my location, so now we are studying in my kitchen, And honestly, I have been studying for so long, guys. I had lunch and it's 2 p.m. So I basically studied for 6 hours with 2 breaks of 20 minutes, which is insane. I'm very proud with the progress I made. Honestly, the revision this time is going so smoothly that it almost like scares me.
I'm like, am I forgetting something, or did I really study so well that I know the material?
But anyway, let's get into our third study session, and it's 2. I want to have a break and take a walk at 4. So let's study for 2 hours. I'm going for a walk now because I am done with my afternoon study session and I really need a break, guys. I really need to take a break, oh my god. So even if, oh my god, my umbrella, I forgot my umbrella, I have to go back. In fact, right now I'm going to Sephora to treat myself for having finished the cancer chapter, and then I think I will manage to study at the 2 hours before dinner, and then go on studying after dinner for 3 hours, because like I have more focus after dinner than before dinner. Like right before dinner is when I'm most tired, so I think this walk, even if it's windy and it might rain, it will be very rejuvenating. So let's go. I have been studying for another 2 hours, and so we are about, I think, 10 hours in of studying. I think I will go on for another hour and a half. Good morning, everyone. We are going now to do the final revision in a Starbucks or in a cafe here. And yeah, I will go on with my mind maths also for genetics, because there's a lot to study for the exams. Spring and summer, it's here. I really want just to look glowy, and my hands are shaking for my exams. So this makeup, guys, it's a therapy session, because I am, like, my hands are, oh my god, they cannot stay still. Woo. So basically my whole makeup, it's a very glowy foundation and some just eyeshadow under my eyes. But what I really like is my new my new lip combo, which is basically this little guy here, which is the number 1 by Kiko Milan, and then my Chanel lipstick. So yeah, honestly, I have been procrastinating going outside to revise the last things, just because, as I said, I want to do first of all the part about revising for histology, which is my exam of tomorrow. But I have so many things to do for my next exam, which I'm like, should I just keep on repeating for the exam because it's tomorrow, even if I know that I know the material, or go on? So I was feeling way too anxious to do anything, so I had a little journaling session before I go to study, and I hope to mute this overthinking, guys. liquid and pliable. Anyway, it has also proteoglycans aggregates that allow fusion and metabolites for the resistance that here's everything you need to know to make effective mind maps as this one, which are not just pretty notes with colors and arrows, but they are a way to actually improve your memory. It's a way also to link together all the topics you are studying and makes those connections in your brain, and this will absolutely change the way you revise before an exam. So step one, of course, is to put the topic in, maybe, I don't know, photosynthesis, heart failure, the main topic. And then you will do the main branches, so the subtopics. If it's a process like photosynthesis, you can put like step 1, 2, 3, and 4. When you're doing these mind maps, you have to remember that you cannot look at your book. And this is essential, guys. Otherwise, you are just once again copying your notes all over. So what I do personally is I take my summaries. I already did the work with the books, so I just have my summaries. From my summaries, I read them. I try to really like see my mind map in my mind, and then I close the source, close the book, the iPad, whatever. Just put away the source. And then you are trying to retrieve it in your mind. And so all these branches, all this linking together different topics are actually coming from your own mind, from your own memory, instead of passively rewriting your notes. Important thing is hierarchy. So let's say you have your big topic, your then subtopics, right? And then you have to go to the smaller branches. Now each branch will then go through a smaller section, and this is by not writing the whole explanation, already making your mind active recalling it, because you're not supposed to write everything down. So your mind is like, with this short sentence, what do I know about this? You are actively recalling the material. Now let's say, for example, that topic is climate change, your subtopic could be solutions, and then you go for example with all the smaller branches. It could be transportation, carbon capture, renewable energy, and so on. You have to be able to take from your notes or your textbook what is actually the key words. You don't have to use your mind map to just write again your notes, because that's the most time-consuming, inefficient thing you can do. Just leave the key words. So you can abbreviate the words or just use arrows with every linking every topic together without going to a detailed explanation. You can use colors, of course, but you should use it at least 4 colors. Like, one colors will be for the keywords. Use another color for things you have to remember. So let's say it's not just the process, but like a very specific enzyme, or like it could be like a very specific factor, or a specific gene that you have to remember. Third color, just to underline the main titles, the subtopics, as we said. So all the branches. So you have the main focus on where this mind map is going. Now, once you have done your mind map, the best thing you can do is to try to explain to them this mind map. Otherwise, just talk to yourself, pretend you are in class and you are giving a presentation about your mind map and you're explaining out loud. When you are explaining it, you can absolutely look at your mind map, and also this step you can then go past and just retrieve the information without even the mind map, because you will be looking at the so much time. Like, as you make the mind map, as you retrieve it, you're looking at this mind map, and once you just put it aside and you're explaining it out loud, you won't need it anymore. And that is the whole purpose of these mind maps, to have some sort of connection in your brain and not just thinking that every single topic is per se and without any real meaning. The beautiful part is that, like, I made these mind maps for anatomy, and then I've been using it also for pathology, and honestly it's amazing how many things then do link together inside a course. I hope this helped, so let's go back to the vlog. Under the moonlight. So I am done with my histology exam, and so to celebrate myself, I bought a beautiful bouquet, and yeah, and also I went to the I went to get some pastries because I need some sugar now, and I bought like this amazing chocolate pie, which is my favorite. This is your reminder to celebrate yourself once you get there, once you accomplish, even if it feels little. You're not graduating, you just did an exam, but it's essential that you find something to reward yourself and to celebrate yourself. And there is no better way than buying yourself flowers.